Now we're getting closer. Not sure what all the bumping and banging is, and all that, but it's pretty smooth. It ain't perfect, but it's pretty smooth. I do have some issues with the clamping in the bottom, but it's not bad. I haven't revved it. I'm a little afraid. None of these hubs are locked onto the shaft. They're press fit, but they're not splined or knurled, or there's going to have to be a reckoning here on how to make this right, and I have the answer. I just didn't have time today to make the axles as they should be. What I'm going to do is put a flat spot on the axle spacing in line with the alignment requirements, so they'll be clocked. Flat spots are clocked 90 degrees, and if you assemble the wheels, then you put it together, you cannot have the clocking wrong, and they won't spin because they got the flat spot notching out, because I print my own hubs now, and I'm printing them with carbon fiber filament, so they're very strong, and they look strong, and so I can press them in. The notch will keep them from rotating, the press fit will keep them from flying off loosely, and the carbon fiber makes them very strong, and they will be clocked when you put them together, period. Okay. The other thing here is I got plastic wheels in front and back. I didn't have a good set of plastic wheels for the middle, so I got metal, and I'm working on getting more wheels, but I think what I need to do now is actually build my own and make that operational that way. I got to make sure this thing is level. I think it is, but I know I've got a height problem with my bearing holders. They're a little too high right now, so I'm going to have to cut them down and make it more flat. I do have layers of lead in the base plate and layers of lead in the top plate, and the thing weighs almost as much as a Pacific in metal, like this. It weighs almost as much as this, not quite, but almost. And it's going to be okay. I'm pretty sure it will be. It's got mass. We can put lead in the body if we need to. And I did have more room up here. I just ran out of time and interest in making sure it was fully packed, because I know I'm going to take this apart again. But this will stay together for a while. I have to make all new axles, and I have to get the right material, and I have to do it in a way that they're actually accurate. I might have to get it done or something. I just don't have a machine shop near me or in my basement, so I'm kind of filing and grinding and doing this all, but I know what it needs and we'll get it there. I did put threaded inserts for the motor mounts. That worked out great. I went to metric on the drive because I have better threading and I had the screws, so I just went metric. I don't know if I'll stay there. They just seem to work a little better, and I found I can get all I need from inserts and shoulder screws and everything else to get the timing gear up here and all of the other pieces. I can get inserts and metric as well. So we may see this engine turning metric on us out of necessity, because a lot of the screws I used were Flyer, and they're like unobtainium anymore. It's really tough, so we'll see. All right. I'm going to get the tender. I have an hour to go. Let's see if I can get this to work with the tender on the track in the rollers. And if it does well and looks like it'll pull, then I might put it on the track. Brave, no smoke, but I might put it on the track later.